Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Blunt Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can use cannabis to reduce stress and anxiety. And I think a lot of people already know that cannabis is a big drug that people use to kind of relieve stress and reduce anxiety, man. But people don't realize that using cannabis for stress and using it to get high is two totally different things. Today, I'm kind of going to explain the difference and how you can kind of manage your cannabis and use it, to relieve stress and anxiety, like throughout your day, your work day, and all that, and also use it, to get high when you have free time and all that. So I just wanted to break down like the three key things that I think will help you in your journey and for using cannabis to relieve stress and anxiety. And I do have a decent amount of experience dealing with cannabis. I've been experimenting with microdosing and using it for medicinal purposes for the last few years now, and also did a ton of research. So I'm trying to just bring something cool to the channel, something different, and hopefully if you guys are interested in using cannabis for other ways besides just token and getting high, then hopefully this video will help you guys out. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're digging the content, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, we're posting 2 times a week. Usually I think I'm doing Tuesday and Friday. I'm trying to stick to that schedule. Hit that thumbs up button if you're digging the content. If you want to drop a comment, let me know what you think. Drop in the comment, man. Leave your opinion. I would highly appreciate all that support, guys. Thank you. Alright, man, so let me get to it real quick. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this video down into 3 segments. And the first segment we're going to be talking about is microdosing. So when you're dealing with using cannabis for a more medicinal purpose, when you want to use it for stress or anxiety in that realm, this is how I recommend using it. I recommend using it in a microdosing sense. So in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions, scientists, doctors, and it's a big common thing now in the cannabis world. Basically, it's the mantra that less is more. So when you got that in your head when you're dealing with cannabis, I know that a lot of people, including myself, had it the other way around for basically my whole life. Dealing with cannabis, I always thought that more was better, and I was always just trying to get smoke more and to get higher, and what I'm saying. But sometimes with cannabis, you will get the worst of the side effects when you smoke more, and you will get the best of the benefits when you take less. And that is kind of really true when it comes to cannabis. So when you're looking to use cannabis to relieve stress or anxiety or both, definitely microdosing is key. So when you start dealing with microdosing, it's kind of like a process. You kind of have to find that sweet spot for yourself. But the key takeaway is to definitely start off small and work your way up. And when I say small, I mean like 2.5 milligrams. If you're just smoking is the hardest way to really medicate with cannabis, because it's just really hard to judge how much you're taking when you're smoking it. You know what I'm saying? There's like vapes out there that I think that you can judge how much you're taking and stuff like that. But if you're smoking, you can just take one small puff to start off with. But I recommend trying to go out there and get a tincture or an edible. That way it's much easier for you to manage the cannabis that way. And I just feel like that edibles or tinctures are just more effective when treating certain conditions like stress or anxiety. That's it, man. Microdose. Start off small, 2-3 milligrams, especially if you're new to cannabis. and then build your way up until you get that spot where you feel, like relaxed but not over relaxed, you know what I'm saying? Chill but not too chill, you know what I mean? Like, and that will happen. You will find your dose with trial and error, and eventually you will get to the, where you feel great and you're having a great day at work and you're not too stressed, you're not too anxious, and cannabis will do that, man. Like that, you can really get that out of cannabis. Instead of taking antidepressants and all these serotonin uptakes that they give out, that stuff, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I truly believe in holistic ways to treat things like cannabis. So if you're interested in that, or maybe you've already been dabbling in that, or you're just a smoker but maybe you want to try something else with your cannabis, I'm telling you, man, microdose. Try to get edibles or tinctures. If you're in a state where it's legal, it'll be easy for you to grab that at your local dispo. If you're in a state where it's not legal, it might be harder. You might have to go out and find a connect and all that. So number 2, the second thing that is important when dealing with using cannabis for stress or anxiety is take note of the terpenes. People don't know that terpenes play a major role in the effects of cannabis. A lot of people put way too much emphasis on the THC levels, and then I just did a video on this. I'll leave it in the at the end of the video. If you want to watch it, you can just click on it. It'll be in the top left corner. But THC levels, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not important, but they're not as important as everybody thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, terpenes play a major role in how you feel when you smoke cannabis. That's why different strains vary. That's why you can smoke one strain, a hybrid or a sativa lean, and then you'll get a totally different feeling from another strain, and then a different feeling from another strain. That's because you got a different amount of terpenes. There's all types of terpenes and cannabinoids that are in these strains, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to get a different effect because those terpenes interact differently with other terpenes and interact differently with whatever the level of THC or CBD within that particular strain. So terpenes play a major role, and if you just did a little bit of research, you'd find out which terpenes work better for you, and you can basically like hunt down strains that have those specific terpenes in them if you're looking for a certain type of feeling or vibe from the cannabis that you're using. So that's a major thing, man. Like, I'm just letting you guys know, terpenes are major for every aspect of cannabis. Getting high, using it for medicinal purposes, stress, anxiety. If you're a smoker, I would highly recommend focusing more on the terpenes. Do a little research. I also got a video on terpenes if you want to check that out, man. It's a good video. So the next thing that I want to tell you guys when we're talking about using cannabis to try to help with anxiety, stress, and like on a medical level instead of just smoking and getting high. So the third thing, and then this is another important takeaway from this video, is like you got to find the right dose, which kind of is tied in with the first one, and you got to find the right consumption method, because like I said, like if you're a smoker and that's all you're used to doing, that's a hard way to gauge how much cannabis you're taking and how many milligrams you're taking and so on and so forth, and it's not the healthiest way to use cannabis either. That's important, man. Nowadays with the technology we have and the products that are out now, there is a lot of different ways you can consume your cannabis. I mean, from smoking it to vaping it, edibles, tinctures. I mean, they got dabs now, concentrates. There's so much out there. They got the lotions now, the topicals that you rub on, certain areas to, reduce inflammation, pain, all that. So we're in an era, and that's just going to keep growing. Consumption methods are going to get bigger. There's going to be different ways that, I'm sure that the technology is going to evolve in the cannabis industry as big as it's getting. So that's the third thing, man. Find your dose and find your consumption method that works best for you. So once you have all those three things down, I'm really I'm gonna say that I truly believe that cannabis can absolutely help you with stress and anxiety if you're using it the right way. And in my opinion, and like a lot of other people's opinions, this is the right way, which is microdosing is key, and take more note of the terpenes because they're important, and right dose and the right consumption method. So once you get that stuff down and you find out like what terpenes really mix best for you and for the reason you're using cannabis, you could really get a great result. So I hope this helps. I hope this video helps you guys. I hope you guys could kind of take the same path that I took with cannabis, and just try to find really positive things you can do with it outside of just getting high. And that's why I'm doing this video, guys, and I hope that this video helped some people. Don't forget to check that video out on THC percentages being inflated, and you can also check out the video on terpenes if you're interested. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget, man, to have a great day. Peace.